Hey guys, so I've been trying out this new tool called Talk to Transformer, which is a modern neural network that auto-completes any text paragraph that you input, and I thought it would be kind of interesting to use this tool to create new Fire Emblem characters. So I tried it a few, and well, let's just take a look at them. Sonic the Hedgehog is a playable character from Fire Emblem Thracia 776. He is a father of two, Ephraim and Sane, and the husband of Minerva. He is an adept swordsman and a skilled tactician and general of his army. In this role, he is voiced by Tomokazu Sugita. Sonic is the eldest son of King Radalis. Radalis was also a great general in battle, and thus his eldest son was groomed to take his place on the throne. Radalis passed the throne of his beloved kingdom to his youngest son, who would one day become his successor. Sonic is an accomplished swordsman. So that's the first one. It's pretty interesting so far. So it's sort of setting up these backstories for these characters, and really no matter what name I put in, it's gonna create some text garbage that is at least somewhat interesting. So here's another one that I tried. Danny DeVito is a playable character from Fire Emblem The Sacred Stones. He is the most powerful general of the mercenary band called the Crimson Fang. He wields a sword, which is a combination of the Dark Dragon Sword and the Brave Axe. That sounds pretty strong. And also uses two staves to cast magic. He first appeared in Chapter 10, Chapter 11, and Chapter 16 of Fire Emblem The Sacred Stones. Wow, first appeared in 3 different chapters, alright. In The Sacred Stones, DeVito is described as an evil genius and an enemy that would have been a disaster in the battle between the gods if he were not for his mother? DeVito and his mercenary band were first introduced to the player in Chapter 4 when they attempt to steal the legendary dragon of Ylisse. Alright, interesting. We got some interesting characters going on here. And I have a few more. So this one was pretty interesting. Aaron Hansen is a playable character from Fire Emblem The Blazing Blade. He is a terrifying assassin from a powerful bloodline, but he was betrayed by his family and the country he served and joined the enemy. He serves under the forces of the Shadow Dragon, a group of men with their own reasons for joining the forces of darkness in order to free the land from its curse of blood magic. Okay. As a child, Aaron's family was killed in a battle for the throne. He was taken in and raised in the same village with his uncle, who was also killed, so Aaron never really knew what his family was like. When Aaron was 5, he and his uncle... Okay, it sort of cuts off there. I wish this tool would create longer paragraphs, but sometimes it sort of just cuts halfway through a sentence, unfortunately. Pro Jared is the main antagonist of Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. He's a powerful practitioner of the dark arts of magic, and dark magic, and is often considered one of the most powerful mages to have ever lived. He is best known as the wielder of the Dark Staff, the Staff of the Dark God. Jared was born to the Holy Kingdom of Altea as the son of the King's Hand, a position that he was considered to be destined for due to his prodigious talent as a warrior, swordsman, and wizard. However, after the King's Hand killed his father, he became a pawn of the Holy Kingdom. I sort of wanted to read more of that one too, but unfortunately it cuts off. And here's the last one. Squidward Tentacles is a boss character from Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. He wields the mighty Squid Axe, which is a legendary weapon that was the weapon of a legend from a forgotten age. However, the sword is extremely weak to fire, so in order to wield the weapon properly, he has to use his fire element, the most potent in the game, to deal damage. Alright, makes a lot of sense so far. It is later revealed that Squidward was the captain of the ship that crashed on the Lost Ocean and was searching for the mythical key to the ocean. He was also part of a group that attempted to capture an evil creature known as the Dragon of the Sea. Wow, interesting. Um, I also have a couple more. I wanted to see what it would do if I used as input actual characters from Fire Emblem games. So I used Boris as one of them. Boris is a playable character from Fire Emblem The Binding Blade. He was originally a commander under the sages, and his father, Molder, was the only sage to have survived. Molder the Boulder. Now we understand where Boris gets it from. When the sages were murdered, Boris joined the band of heroes to gain their support. The following weapons are Boris' exclusive weapons, and he will never obtain any other weapons, okay? Sorcery, a great sword which grants a bonus to attack. Interesting name. Sorcerer, a staff which is effective against magic and allows the user to draw magic from a book. Gauntlets, gloves that enhance defense and resistance to physical attacks. Okay, so this was kind of interesting because Boris is an actual character, and they just this is not Boris. They just totally changed everything, which is pretty interesting. Boris got a whole new backstory. Pretty interesting. And we got one more here. I also used Barth because I love Armor Knights. So Barth is a playable character from Fire Emblem The Binding Blade. And then some Japanese characters. Arisu, the protagonist of the Blazing Blade. Born from the legendary Light of Life and a descendant of an aristocratic family, Barth has the ability to use the light of the souls of those who die. This power comes from his ability to control the lights that flow within all living things. Okay. First of all, that is ridiculous. Barth has the ability to use the light of the souls of those who die. That's pretty wicked, Barth. Nice job, man. Okay, it continues. Berg was the leader of a... Who's Berg? Berg was the leader of a faction of mercenaries in Dayan who opposed the forces of the late Duke Ismair. He was able to unite the disparate forces of Dayan and capture the Duke, who was secretly working with the Zohar to destroy Dayan. Anyway, that's all I got. If that was sort of interesting, let me know. I thought it was kind of interesting. It's kind of cool that you can sort of use this autocomplete tool to create your own Fire Emblem characters with its own backstories, which honestly some of these backstories are more interesting than I could probably come up with, to be honest. But anyway, let me know if you guys found this interesting. I kind of did. If you want more, I'll do that, but let me know what you guys think. So, see ya.